Hello everyone, it's Maxime, also known as Madnissimo, and today we will be going over one of my less favorite debates. It's about Callico in OTT and why you should probably not play it. So, I will try to make this video more watchable than my last ones by putting out timecode. So first we'll go over the strengths and weaknesses of the Callico Amaterasu play. Then we will go for the timing of using Callico and how to use or stride in OTT. And then we will go over before, why we have played Callico before, why we shouldn't play it in the actual metagame, and also discussing a bunch of things about OTT because it's cool and because I feel like it's Callico is the most misunderstood and misused things in OTT since Victorious Deer. So Victorious Deer was one of my favorite cards of all time in OTT. So let's go over it. First, the strengths of Callico. Callico is a card that lets us, after GB1, fetch cards. Like you put it into your soul, you discard one, so you get one soul. And then you choose 3 cards of your deck, you reveal it to your opponent, and then your opponent will choose 1 card that you will put in your hand. So, if you use it with Amaterasu, you will trigger the plus 10k plus 1 crit to your Vanguard skills, and then you will get your Vanguards plus 30k and plus 3 crit in the best world. Now, it still has a cost, like you have to be Oracle, so you have to have at least 5 cards in your hand, so if your opponent rushed you, you will either be high in damage or you will not have enough card in hand to activate it, so the card will become useless. Also, it's a discard one, so you lose just card in hand because you put it into your soul, so you don't even have a card in field. So you lose a card in your field, you lose a card in your hand, so you doing a neg one. And also, you have to play for Amaterasu, and Amaterasu have a lot of downside to be played in most OTT deck. Like, Amaterasu create misread pass in your game plan. So sometimes you will not get your grade 3 that you wanted. Instead of J-assisting, which is not the end of the world in OTT because you're just CB1, so blast 1, draw 2 on ride, or at least draw 1, so the cost of the J-assisting is just not really that high. But if you play this Amaterasu, you will have some times or when you will have to ride Amaterasu because you can't J-assist if you have a grade 3 in hand. So Amaterasu creates misread pass that will make you and me, because I play Amaterasu Callico for like 8 months right now, so I lost a lot because of this, because if you ride Amaterasu in Battle Sister, you lose. If you ride Amaterasu in Tsukuyomi, you lose. If you ride Amaterasu in Magus, you lose. If you ride Amaterasu in Susanoo, you might have some things to do, but then you will not be able to use Callico because you will have used Amaterasu skill to just try to do something on your first grade 3, and you will still not get enough CB, not enough cards out of Amaterasu, so you will often lose because you didn't create enough card advantage. So it creates misread pass, and those misread pass are not something that we want. We want our deck to be as consistent as we can. Also, Amaterasu, if you draw it, will create weak columns, like 25 when boosted by a 13k booster. So that's really weak because it's only 15k guards. On Ichishima turn it's only a 10k and a 5k. So it's not good. It will not make your opponent guards a lot. And that's not what we want in OTT either. It also had a skill to give crit and plus 10k only to Vanguard that is countered by a lot of deck in the metagame. Like Regalia run grade 1 PG, Luard run grade 1 PG, DP can just guard anything because grade 3 have intercept and a lot of shield value, so DP will counter it. Grand Blue have a protect marker. Pale Moon have a grade 1 PG that can be fetched. So yeah, what can we do? And I'm also forgetting DI that can still have a protect marker. So there is a lot of decks that have way to counter Callico, more so on the first ride. Like if you're using on the first ride, even if you're doing it with Momo, then you will have 2 really strong attacks, creating 0 card advantage. Like you just discard 4, drive check 4, so you will be staying at the same number of cards that you will have when you started the turn, and your opponent will just have to have 1 protect, 1 PG, or just 2 PG. And if your opponent reroll for PG, which is often the case against OTT or other way like Grand Blue, like Pale Moon to just get the PG, or even like Regalia, they have a way to get PG in hand by binding them. So there's a lot of decks that can get the PG in their hand, and then those decks are the better deck in the beta, so your Momo Callico will be useless and you will be dying. If you're playing against a deck that is not strong against this, and you can go for this play, well, congratulations, you would have win with just Shishima, because it means that your opponent can do anything against Shishima, and against every deck, any deck that can't do anything against Shishima, you will win if you play good as an OTT player. So that's not relevant. Also, the timing of Callico and the probability associated with it is really problematic, because most of the time, if you're playing your Callico on the Ichishima turn, it means on the first stride if you're going first, and in the second stride if you're going second. So you will have gone through at least half of your deck. Most of the time I'm like 22 or 19 at this point. So it's more than half of the deck. It's like 3/5. So the chance for your deck to still have Amaterasu, or 3 of them, is already thin. Most of the time you will have 1 or 2 Amaterasu. If you have 1, then Callico is not worth it, because you're just negating for plus 10k in a crit. And if you have 2, then okay, you get more crit, but if your opponent guard early or gets the card he needs to counter it, you will not be able to get anything out of it, and you will just take the rear, and most of the time you will not trigger enough crit to win out of it, or you will have a way to go around it, and Callico will have been useless, and you will have loose card in hand for nothing, because 3/5 of your deck have been drawn at the time you will be able to use Callico. And if you use it before, like if you try to go first ride Momo Callico, try the things, then you were saying either I kill you on this turn or I lose. And yeah, we're not playing Kagero here. We're not playing Kagero. Momo is a finisher. You're playing Momo if you, after having exhausted your opponent, when he has no more card in hand to survive, or when you want to give him the last damage and he has a way to play around Ichikishima. So you're going for Momo to more high power, like against Kagero for example. If he's on the cross, then you will have 3 grade 1 PG, so you won't be able to, you will not be able to get damage out of Ichikishima, so you can go Momo in those kind of time. But in any other time, triggering Callico will only make you lose cards. And as I was saying before, you're playing at Amaterasu, so it creates misride pass and losing pass, and we don't want that. Why? But you might want to ask me, then why was Amaterasu Callico ever played, and why is the winning list of OTT were all playing Callico? Well, it's easy. It's because before we were on a Nuedayo meta, with there was Jamio Vanilla that was really strong. There was DI that were killing you on their first try. There was Grand Blue was not that strong at the time, because Colomba was not out yet, if I remember well. So there was those 3 decks, and against those decks, card advantage is just shit. Like you don't. Nuedayo doesn't care about card advantage; he will just kill you. So you wanted to trigger early a Tempest Sphere and try to kill your opponent by activating Callico, and try the high roll play to kill your opponent fast, because you just had 1 turn of stride, and you literally you didn't have second stride, so you have to kill on the first stride, and to do that, the Momo Callico play was the most efficient strategy available. So it was the best. Against Jamio it was the same things. Like if you were going for the second stride against Jamio, you will lose, because Jamio Vanilla was creating too much cards in their hand and making you lose too much cards, so it was literally unplayable. Against DI it was the same. It will kill you on the first stride, so you had to kill him first. That's why people were playing Momo Callico. Afterwards we got Fenrir, and Fenrir was the same things. You literally have had a format when you had to 0-6 your opponent, or else you were losing, and the only way to do this was through Momo Callico, to 0-6 your opponent. So yeah, I don't know. That was the format before. Now that Tempest Sphere was banned, we can't get early Momo Callico. We can't get early Callico Amaterasu on the first stride. So it's not the same anymore. We have to have a stride before our first Ichikishima turn on going second, before we had Tempest Sphere, so we can just Ichikishima opponent would not have the card to guard it, and we would kill him. So it might have worked before, not really that good before still, but it was better, because it doesn't matter if we're playing high roll, because if we don't high roll we lose anyway. That was the format before the ban list, and now that everything was banned, what is in the meta? Regalia playing red 1 PG, Luard playing red 1 PG. We have Hanzo playing a lot of Protect. We have Vanquisher playing grade 1 PG. we have Gurgut that can call PG from deck. We have also the gold Paladin Jigger that can play that can call PG from deck. We have DI that have Protect Marker. We have Gone Blue that have Protect Marker and can fetch PG. We have Pale Moon, as I said before. So all the decks are not good when playing Callico Amaterasu. So we shouldn't really play it right now. Also, right now we are in a format where there is a lot of deck, and the game plan we envisioned in every deck while building it, we want to repeat it consistently to have a chance against this deck. So we don't want to create high-roll things in our deck to not be able to play. Like, I saw a lot of lists of Magus playing Amaterasu Callico, but what you want to do in Magus is to have the Fusilli Magus, is to have the hexagonal Magus to get some advantage, to get enough end to play Momo without any downside. So you don't want to see at all Amaterasu, and your columns are high enough to not need Amaterasu at all. And the crit pressure, you don't care because you're doing 7 or 8 drive check most of the time, so you will get crit anyway, and the crit on the Vanguard are likely overkill. So yeah, in Susanoo it's kinda okay, like you're playing 1-2 Callico because you're already playing 4 Amaterasu and 4 Ichishima, so you have way to do things in Susanoo, but the problem of Susanoo is you have way less card advantage than in other OTT deck. So if you're doing it this way, you might create through you might use Callico and create and don't have enough card in hand to use it, so it might be dangerous. But they have some way to play it in Susanoo. If you're playing it Tsukuyomi, there are better alternative, and honestly, Tsukuyomi is a deck that like you're just coin flipping. If you have your Amaterasu in the stack, yeah, well done. You can do it, and it will not get you a lot of win out of it, but it's still good. And if you don't have in your stack, then you will draw every Amaterasu and you will just be really sad. So yeah, not so good, and you absolutely don't want to play it in Battle Sister. Like in Battle Sister, if you ride it, you auto lose. When you reveal it, you don't create card advantage. Okay, you get the +10 crit, and you might be, oh yeah, I revealed an Amaterasu, that's good. Yeah, but it's cool to early rush, but if you draw it, if you don't reveal it and draw it, which will happen most of the time because the only way to reveal a card is through Torijas. So yeah, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work well with Battle Sister. It's only work to discard it to get something out of fromage skill. So yeah. Honestly, I don't know what to say more. I feel like I've exposed you why I don't play Callico, and if you want to play it, that's fine. You might have seen a list or a way of doing things that I didn't see, and if you did, then just say it in the comments. But honestly, in this format, in this metagame, I feel like Callico is really useless and will be making you lose more times than it will make you win. So yeah. I hope you enjoy this little video. If you did, just thumbs up and put a like. Tell me in the comment why you like it, what I should do to just improve. I feel like my English have become a lot better and a lot clearer. I hope it is the case. And yeah, I will try to continue doing good stuff. I will not do deck profiles so soon because I'm waiting for Sai to came in English, because Sai will be a great part of a lot of our deck, and we have also Il Guardian that I want to build around. So maybe I will try to show you my Battle Sister deck profile without Callico. That might be good, but yeah, I don't think I will show any other deck profiles so soon because I'm waiting for Sai again. Yeah. See you soon. Bye.